Who just leaves food out?
Smells like food.
Seriously, look at this. What is this?
You spent like $10 on this and ate half of it.
I'm not done. Hey guys, it's Gilbert. This episode is going to have a lot of montage in it. Lots of fast forward and a bit of voiceover. So sit back, enjoy. This is us cutting out the entire subfloor of the factory frame and adding our own frame into its place. In this clip, you can see Mike is welding this reinforcement panel in so we can weld our chassis to it. What came in handy?
This.
Oh.
You'll see.
Hey, where's that rear end going?
Where? What? That one?
This one?
Yeah.
Hopefully it's sold.
We're gonna put this rear end under the bus.
Sweet, we're going front engine, huh?
Yeah.
No, V-drive. V-drive and rear V8, right?
Yeah.
We're just kooky here at House of the Lowered. Michael,
What's that?
what are you doing right now?
Oh, putting tools up.
Yeah.
Because they just get thrown about.
Who does that?
Everyone.
Not me, man. All my tools are thrown on tables. I'm an idiot.
Okay. Go ahead and take over, Mike.
Yeah, it's too fucking bent. I can just give you my card. You go get some.
Go get some.
And I can turn these things off the back end over here.
And I'll go fuck myself.
Well, you gotta drive.
Yep, I ain't got a car. All right, let's go. Adventure time! You know what that means.
It's adventure time!
We are unhinged.
Wow.
I'm taking the camera.
We're off our meds.
We're taking the camera to Adventure Time.
Okay.
That's what that means. Thanks, Jonny.
Thanks, buddy.
Put it in here with my pizza.
Woo!
And your whatever that is from weeks ago.
Oh shit, I still need to deposit my paycheck.
What are you doing to yourself?
I'm an idiot.
Oh, here, let's do this. And get my sunglasses. Did you just take my picture?
No, I'm just making sure it's doing the focusing of the autos.
Snap my picture. Change the pitch up. Snap my picture. Remember that song, Smack My Bitch Up?
Yeah.
Hi.
Where are we?
We're at the helpful place.
The helpful place.
Yeah, that's what they say, right?
Yeah, getting some
Ace, the helpful place.
Sawzall's blades. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, love this place. It's been here forever, and I think everyone that works here has worked here since I was like 10. So, it's pretty awesome. And in this series of clips, it's going to be us finally getting to chassis building and tying the rear end into the front portion that we got done in the last video. And if you didn't check that out, click the link above. You can check it out there. By the way, you should probably brace the body before you start cutting out the main backbone of it. You know, just saying.
Whoa! The whole damage. Not what you're doing. The whole damage? The whole side was burst down. Okay. So, yeah. It moved a lot.
What did you do, Mike?
Nothing.
This is going to be in the blooper reels at the end.
No.
When we're all done with this.
Blooper reel.
Yeah, it's going to be the, oh, what do we do? Oh, that one doesn't look like the other one. Let me explain what's going on here. We lost a bunch of footage because I think we have an SD card issue, or our computers are just pieces of junk. So we added in the rear section of this frame, gusseted it to the body on either side of the door and the panel portion. And now we're just trying to fit the rear end and give ourselves some point of reference because there's no center mark on that rear end or anything. So we're just trying to make sure it's left and right, forward and backwards, up and down, you know, tilt and yaw, all that stuff is correct.
Yeah, so I'm kind of bad at hitting record when I am doing something. So I'm gonna run you through what I did up to this point. I think the last time you saw I was kind of mocking some stuff up in the back half, but I have since built some triangulated boxes that go above the rear suspension. That way I can hang the suspension, or was able to hang the suspension, so I could tram it out and square it up until I tacked it in place. Now, I don't think this is a permanent thing, like the way it's hung. I think I'm going to come in later and attach other pieces, you know, to make it look prettier or whatnot. And this might get cut out, some of it might stay. But it worked out pretty well. The pinion angle, I did a +1 degree. Now, on this rear suspension, independent rear suspension, I've heard that you want 0 to 2 degrees. Now I went +1 because I want to be able to have some clearance on my oil pan and my transmission and stuff. And all that's kind of guesswork at this point. We don't have any of that stuff ready to bolt together. But that's why I'm trying to get this done so we can make sure all this is going to work cohesively. Yeah. So let me show you some clips. I'm going to keep rolling and you can do your thing.
Yeah, so you see these tubes here. I put those in place to clear the pumpkin so I could hang it. I hung it with ratchet straps to make sure I could trim it out. As I said before, you could edit that out. And then you can see I added some box tube for clearancing purposes. And then, can you see this box tube up front? I put another piece there. But then if you look, yeah, I know it's shaky. Marked center line here, and I took this measurement from here to here on the subframe, so I knew the inside dimension here. I knew 2 inches would clear the pumpkin. So yeah, I took that measurement, spaced it out, squared it all the way to the front. made a brace across the front, a more permanent brace. And this piece let me keep my distance, making sure I stayed square, ease of installation. And like I said, most of this will probably come out. But there it is, it's all tacked in place, it's trammed out.
So yeah, there it is. It's all trimmed out. We're within a 1/16 of an inch by, trimming it. Going from corner to corner, measuring center line to center line of the rear suspension. Within a 1/16 of an inch, over 100 inches, right? Yeah, literally 101 inches. So you trim out, I got 101 inches. 100 and, well, I wrote it down. I'll take a shot of that. So what I do when I tram it out is I drop a plumb bob and from center line of the spindles, and I drop it down and I make a mark on the floor, and then I square it so I have a precise corner that I can tram to. Yeah. And then I measure, I mark, I measure, I mark. And then my first measurement, front to back, was off a 1/2 inch, so easy, I just meet the middle. So basically, because it was hung up, I could just push it, and it would go in place. And you know, wiggle it this way and that way, and I got within a perfect measurement front to back by measuring just along the band from front spindle, passenger side, to rear spindle, passenger side, and obviously did the same on the driver's side. So once I had those measurements correct, then I double checked those measurements by tramming it, going from one corner to the other, and then again and again. And that was my measurement. I was about 1/16 of an inch off. I think we're good. I'm gonna move forward because it's, yeah. Carry on.
See, this is what it looks like underneath that rear axle. You see the red mark was my initial mark, and after I had moved it, the black mark is my secondary mark. You see the measurements next to the X, that's my tram, and my other measurement is my front to back. I hope that makes sense to you guys. Then Gibby, I'm gonna move. Jiggle camera, jiggle camera. And then and this mark is simple. This is off the front. It's just a single mark because this didn't move. It was the rear that we were trying to tram. So you see I make an arrow so I know which point that I'm going to measure off of. It'd be most accurate off of that corner. Go hit that like button. Make sure you subscribe, comment, and share with your friends. We'll see you next week.